everyone. This is Ruth Medd from Women on Boards, and this is the Vacancies Review Zoom for the week of the 5th of April. You may have noticed that we had a record number of postings in the Tuesday evening email this week, I think 46 or 49. So what I can talk about today is a very small subset of the things that are available. So please have a look on the WOB jobs board. Today, I've got some ASX companies and private companies, and then I've got some government boards and inevitably the other category. So let's get started. ASX companies don't often list on our website because a lot of ASX listed companies tend to use headhunters. But on this occasion, we've got two, which is good news for those interested in a listed company experience. First up is 30103 Ridley Corporation, as I call it. They close on the 30th of April. They're a very respectable listed company, been around for a very long time, and it's an animal feed manufacturer that serves across a diverse mix of species, life cycles and channels. When I knew more about it a few years ago, it was into stock feed, but it seems to have broadened its remit and it's interested in expansion. So they're looking for a director who's got some skills in international perspective, which is sort of resonant with their expansion prospects. Reputation management, very, very important for stock feed. Don't want to poison the cows or the cats or the dogs. C-suite experience, finance and ESG. So if that's of interest, have a look. Could be a really interesting opportunity. From my understanding of it, it's a well-run company and is doing some interesting things. So that's the first one. Second one is 30294 Ardea Resources. This is listed. It's a small mining company. Its listing code is ARL, based in West Australia, and their potential mine is in Kalgoorlie. It closes on the 5th of May. It's a nickel project, and it's at the early stages of a listed company's career in the mining sector, and they're working on their project plan, I gather, for their nickel mine. So it's early stage. It's a bit of a tiddler, not a hugely high stock price, but that's quite typical. They're looking for business acumen, mining, commercial law, change leadership and strategy. It's not obvious from the posting where they hold their board meetings. I imagine some are via Zoom and some will be on site. So it would be interesting if you're suited for this role, when you ring up and inquire, just confirm about that, because you might discover you're spending many days per annum in an aeroplane if you live in the eastern states. So that's that one, Ardea Resources. Next up, 30219 is an organisation called Cambridge Bio Limited, closes on the 15th of May. This has been posted by my good colleague Richard Hayes, who is part of Cambridge Bio, but he's also someone who's been around for a very long time here in Sydney, trying to get up companies from basically university research. So he seems to have got a funder. It's quite an exciting time by the looks of things, and this is the first of his postings, of which there may be a number as time goes by. So he wants an Australian-based non-executive director with a track record in life sciences and e-commerce industries. So that's two sort of elements that he's looking for. And he's looking for understanding of the retail trade, wholesale trade and biotechnology. This company makes a cream that in fact cures eczema, as is my understanding, but please have a read on the website. I might have got that a bit confused. But early stage, going for FDA certification, I gather, worth a look if you're into life sciences and e-commerce. So that's two listed companies and one private company, which I imagine has aspirations to list in due course. Okay, second up, government. I've got a number here. The Tasmanian education assessment sector seems to be alive and well and has got about 4 or 5 postings on the website. And they're looking for people, I assume Tasmanians, but they usually are willing to take people from interstate, but you'll need to check that. And they're looking for people to sit on a variety of education regulatory boards. So I'll leave you to have a look on the website. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Closes on the 12th of April, so you're going to have to be a bit hurried about that. And of course, they're paid. So this is about regulatory oversight and support for education in Tasmania. And they're looking for people with skills in education and training, finance, governance, law, strategic planning. So 6 at least vacancies there, and there may be more. So have a look at those. Next up, 30154, WorkSafe New Zealand. Now, I think they've advertised before. This is a New Zealand government board, closes on the 16th of April. And it's the regulator for workplace health and safety, as you might guess. They will be looking probably for New Zealanders, but if you've got a close affinity with New Zealand and visit regularly, or you're from New Zealand, you might be able to be considered. They're looking for health, safety and environment, stakeholder engagement, governance, risk management, and an understanding of government. So that's WorkSafe New Zealand. So that's a number of government boards, a little out of the box. There's many, many more government boards on the website at the moment in the other states. So if you're from other states, have a look. Now, others, I've got 3 here. First one is 30150. This is another of the sort of omnibus postings, as I call them. It's Destination Network New South Wales. Closes on the 17th of April, so you've got a bit of time. And there are 6 destination networks, and these are to do with tourism development. So there's the north coast of New South Wales, the Sydney Surrounds South, the Riverina Murray area, southern New South Wales, and country and outback New South Wales. So they're interested in people who understand something about tourism, believe it or not, PR, stakeholder engagement, governance and strategic planning. So there's at least 6 vacancies going there too, but there might be more. So that's Destination Network New South Wales. Our inquiries suggest you'll have to be a bit persistent to find someone to talk to. And I would actually suggest that you contact the relevant destination that you're interested in rather than the anodyne email that's on the website, which is sort of destination recruitment. So that's a tip for you there. Next up, 30248, another really interesting vacancy. We're doing a bit of a tour of the surrounds and outer suburbs today. This is the Australian College of Rural and Remote Medicine. And once again, a paid role, closes on the 19th of April. And they're adding an extra director. Perhaps they have reached the conclusion, as many industry bodies do, that eventually a board full of accountants perhaps is a little limiting when you have to think about strategy, outreach, PR, reputation management, etc., etc. You need something beyond the subject matter of your industry sector. So I suspect that's where the Australian College of Rural and Remote Medicine are up to. Really, really important organisation for influencing government about, GPs in remote areas and that sort of thing. I would imagine also they'll have a view about remote medicine of some sort. So an exciting time for medicine in rural and regional areas. They're looking for, believe it or not, finance and business growth. So that's that one. And next up, 30229, Optometry Australia, another sort of health industry type body. This also is a co-opted director, which means they don't want another optometrist. Closes on the 25th of April, and they're looking for the regular collection of skills from an external director: finance, financial oversight, governance, leadership and strategic planning. So a broad range of skills. So that's my suite of offerings for the week of the 5th of April. ASX companies, government enterprises, and a collection of others, mainly tourism and industry bodies. And my tip for April is There are lots and lots of committees on the website at the moment also, in Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland and nationally. So I haven't really talked about states other than Tasmania, New South Wales today, apart from national vacancies. So have a look at some of those committees as well if you're looking to start your board career with a nice modestly paid position. Okay, I'll be back at the beginning of May because I'm off wine tasting in Spain for the next couple of weeks. It's also Easter holidays, so everybody have a fine time at Easter, and I'll be back in about 3 weeks' time. Cheers for now.